Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Subhanallah. Did you know that Khalid bin Waleed was going to have a stellar career ahead of him? We know about the challenges, subhanAllah, the Muslims faced during the Battle of Uhud when Khalid bin Waleed radiallahu anhu, with approximately 100 to 150 combatants, came round Jabal Ruma, where there were 50 archers initially, 40 of them left, subhanAllah, chasing, of course, the spoils of war. 10 of them were left there, subhanAllah, with Abdullah bin Jubair radiallahu anhu as the leader. And what Khalid bin Waleed does, he overthrows them, overpowers them, and he attacks the Muslims from behind. A huge loss during the battle of, subhanallah, Uhud. However, his family, his father, first of all, we know was an individual who was cursed. Subhanallah, scholars say that there are verses pertaining to the father of Khalid, subhanallah, because of the challenges and the trials and the fitnas he caused the Muslims. However, on this other side of the spectrum, we have his brother, Walid ibn Walid, a phenomenal individual who embraced Islam years before Khalid bin Walid, subhanallah, and he was with the Muslims. Allahu Akbar. A phenomenal individual, Allahu Akbar. Learn about Walid bin Walid, you'll really love that person. Subhanallah, unsung hero, Allahu Akbar. Khalid bin Walid, on the other hand, subhanallah, we know it was after the Battle of Confederates, after the Battle of Ahzab, subhanallah, things are changing, and he's realizing that something's not happening, something's not correct. And he had it within himself, he felt it within himself that, you know what, there's something about the Prophet alayhi salatu salam. He saw them praying Salatul Khawf and he thought that this is an amazing opportunity for me to take them out. However, something prevented him from going there and attacking the Muslims. He even saw a dream, subhanallah, in which he was in a barren, constricted land, and from there he goes into an area where, subhanallah, he sees greenery, he sees beautiful, subhanallah. Afterwards he does ask Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu, and Abu Bakr says that those thorns, those constriction that you saw was the shirk, that, you know what, you associating partners with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and then he become a Muslim. Also, one of the beautiful things was he had such a love for his brother Walid, and they used to stay in touch, subhanallah. One day the Prophet ﷺ asked Walid, "Ya Walid, where is Khalid? Someone of his caliber, someone of his understanding, someone of his stature, subhanallah. He should have been Muslim by now." And Walid says, "Ya Rasulullah, Allah will bring him soon, inshallah." Subhanallah, when my brother sent a letter to me saying that the Prophet ﷺ is asking about me, he was in shock that the Rasulullah ﷺ is asking about me. So what does he do? He goes and he approaches his best friend, Ikrimah bin Abu Jahl, subhanallah, and he says that, "I'm thinking about embracing Islam." Ikrimah, for him it was personal because his father Abu Jahl, of course, was killed in the battle of Badr, subhanallah. For him, he did not accept it, so he went to Abu Sufyan, and Abu Sufyan started attacking Khalid bin Walid, subhanallah, because of him thinking about embracing Islam. And he says that this was the last straw. What did I do? I decided to leave, subhanallah, and go and embrace Islam. Who do I meet on the way? Of course, I meet one of my best friends, Amr bin As, and of course, Uthman bin Talha radiallahu anhuma. These two individuals, we go and embrace Islam. He says, as soon as I embraced Islam, within few days, the Prophet ﷺ wanted to send us on an expedition, and I was ready. I'm ready for a battle. I grew up about thinking about wars, subhanallah. And he says, I went to the battle of Mu'ta, and we have Zayd radiallahu anhu, we have Ja'far radiallahu anhu, we have Abdullah bin Rawaha, three leaders, one after the other. They were, subhanallah, killed on the battlefield, and the Muslims chose me to be the next leader. And I was like, I'm just a new Muslim, subhanallah. There are others who have been a Muslim for years, subhanallah. They should have the haqq to that, subhanallah. They are more entitled to that, subhanallah. However, what he does and how he outmaneuvers the Romans at that time, were getting to fight the Romans, subhanallah, and brings the Muslims back to Medina, was absolutely spectacular. And then there are so many other battles, subhanallah, that take place in the life of Khalid bin Walid. Go and study the life of Khalid bin Walid. You will fall in love, subhanallah. And how he he was with the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam was spectacular. At the end of his life, subhanallah, he realized that he could not even recite Quran as well as memorize the Quran as the way he wanted to, because he was so busy in the battlefield, subhanallah. And then he goes and recites, especially those verses pertaining about his father. Imagine how challenging it must have been that these verses are related and are about my father. How difficult it must have been for him to recite those verses, subhanallah. Look at the seerah, enjoy the seerah. We've got so much to learn, subhanallah. Take care, jazakallah, assalamu alaikum.